And welcome back to part 2 of Trick or Treat BNS movie reviews.
Yes,
BNS
ma'am.
BS.
BS.
Anyway, so we're
in case you were wondering, it stands for Bill and Sean. In case you're a fucking retard and you don't know what the fuck.
Hey, now you don't want to be mean to our new fans.
No, I'm just saying. Sorry, but you're an idiot. Not everyone, just the people who didn't know. But anyways, so we're down to the scene where Charlie
is back at the step with Mr. Wilkins.
And he's eating the chocolate bar that Mr. Wilkins gives him. Mr. Wilkins kind of talking about Halloween and how that there's a bunch of traditions, like, carving pumpkins and wearing costumes and giving out candy, and he's carving a pumpkin, and all of a sudden Charlie starts kind of choking up, and Mr. Wilkins, at first you think he's kind of concerned about him, and then he just starts sort of laughing. He says, oh, by the way, there's one other tradition. Always check your candy.
Yeah, and then Charlie just starts to puke, eh? This is a pretty intense puking scene.
Yeah, it's like projectile puking.
Yeah, and it's just like
chocolate everywhere. It's like,
it's like his whole stomach of eating out and Halloween night all night, eh? Just all coming out.
And the principal goes in and grabs a butcher knife, and then you don't really get to see what happens.
Yeah, he drags Thurman or Charlie in the house. He's like picking this kid up and like trying to drag him in the house, and all of a sudden he's like squeezing him. So more puke is coming out onto.
But it's like red puke.
Yeah, now it's like bloody.
Yeah, it's like blood. I think he poisoned him.
Yeah, well, obviously.
Well, anyways, and then
there's a knock at the door.
Yeah, there's a knock at the door, and little kids are.
Some trick-or-treaters wanting some candy, and it's the main kids. The
main
Sarah and Macy and Schrader, and I forget the pirate kid's name.
I forget too, but they come and they're looking to collect pumpkins, and I thought that was kind of an interesting.
Yeah. The principal opens the door with all the blood on his shirt, and the kids scream, and he's like, "Oh no!" because he's got a knife in his hand too.
Yeah, and they're like, ah!
Yeah, and he's like, no, and they start laughing. They're like, nice outfit, Mr. Wilkins, or whatever. And
then, by the way, this is when Sam first appears, because when all the kids run away, he's standing behind him, he runs up and grabs candy out of the thing, and he's really cute looking. He's awesome. He's a cool slash.
Another thing I want to point out is when Charlie was walking down the street, they show Charlie walking down the street before he goes to the principal's house and knocking down the pumpkins. He's dragging his pillow sack full of candy on the ground, and you can just see it's like dragging in mud, like the sack is really muddy. But when he gets to the principal's house after knocking all those pumpkins off, it's clean.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and not. By the way, I think everybody remembers being little and your sack being dragged on the ground.
Yeah.
By the way, we want to just put this out here.
Another public service announcement.
Yeah, we want everyone to know that it's wrong to poison candy and to put razor blades in apples and all that stuff. You shouldn't do that. And if you do, you're pretty much a bad person. So you should not probably do that.
You will go to hell.
Well, yeah. You'll be careful.
Be careful, yeah. Always check your candy before you eat it.
Yeah, that too.
And if you get an apple, those are always sketched out, man.
Yeah. Yeah, apples. I don't know.
Who wants an apple for Halloween?
Yeah, fuck apples.
I want to get sugar high.
If it was a caramel apple.
Okay,
those
the
are
candy apple, different story.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, so yeah.
Okay, so Mr. Wilkins goes outside to bury Charlie.
Yeah.
And
this is where we meet the neighbor, the old guy.
Well, not yet. The first he's burying Charlie, right? And Charlie all of a sudden starts twitching, so he's beating Charlie with the shovel, trying to get him to die.
Yeah. Well, the neighbor comes in and starts talking to him because he's kicking him while they're talking.
First his son calls out of the window.
Oh yeah, Billy. He's yelling out the window, and Mr. Wilkins is telling him to quiet down a bit.
He's trying to
Billy, be quiet. I'm trying to bury a body. Shh. Doesn't say I'm burying a body, but yeah, you get the point. But anyways, yeah. So he's burying this kid out back, and his son's yelling at him. The son wants to carve a pumpkin, and the dad's like, okay, we'll carve a pumpkin once I get inside. Okay, just calm down. And then we're going to make some candy apples or whatever, eh? Just like Grandpa used to make. And then that's when the neighbor comes out, seeing what's going on, and
yeah, and then
he starts talking to Mr. Wilkins, going, "What the hell's going on out here?" Like,
yeah. By the way, we never found out the neighbor's name, although a little girl makes a reference to him as Mr. Creep. So, I doubt that's his name, but I guess that's what we'll call him.
yeah.
So Mr. Creep, anyway, is talking to him, and then he buries Charlie, and he goes back into the house, and by the looks
And
of
then
it,
this is a key point. When Mr. Wilkins is going back into the house after burying Charlie,
that's right.
you see the old man at the window banging on the window, screaming something. I don't know. You can kind of hear something.
Mr. Creep screaming.
Yeah, Mr. Wilkins just looks at him and says, "Fuck you," and walks in the
Yeah.
house. Just ignores it, eh?
Just fuck
And
you.
That'll be a key part later on because of the flashbacks and stuff.
Just
And-
fucking lets him fucking die.
So yeah, and before Mr. Wilkins goes in, he's complaining about his son. He's like, "Daddy, I
Yeah,
want to do this.
so Mr.
Daddy,
Wilkins
I want that."
Wilkins
So-
looks like he's just wanting to kill his kid.
Yeah, he's just looking right mad. He goes inside, and his son's there. His son scares him. His son's wearing a little scary mask and freaks him out. And his son laughs and takes the mask off and says, "I got you." And then he's like, "I want to carve a pumpkin now." And the dad's like, "Okay, we'll go carve a pumpkin. Let's
So
go
the dad
downstairs."
grabs a knife.
Yeah,
fucking
holds
off
his
the
hand,
ground,
and they're walking down, and
He's
he
holding
grabs a
it behind his
knife.
back.
Yeah, and hold him behind his back, and they
and
go
he walks
downstairs
up
to the
and
basement.
grabs his kid's hair.
Yeah,
He
well,
slowly walks up.
It cuts down to the basement, and Billy's sitting there at the table doing something with the pumpkin, eh? And Mr. Wilkins comes up very slowly and grabs his son's head, eh? And lifts up the knife, and you just see it come down, and then he pulls it up, and then there's
It's
blood.
red.
Yeah, there's blood and everything, eh?
And here's where the Tales from the Crypt twist comes. This is where it comes, and it's when they look down to see what he did to his kid. Actually, he stabbed it into
Thurman Merman's head.
Thurman Merman's head. Well, yeah, because when I told you he went to grab the meat cleaver, and we didn't get to see what he did with it, and then he was covered in blood afterwards. It's because he chopped off Buddy's head, and
Yeah,
so
they're gonna carve it.
They're gonna carve it like
Yeah.
a pumpkin, which I thought was pretty unique and cool.
Yeah, it was a twist. I was not expecting that.
Yeah. Now the next thing that happens is it cuts to the kids that we saw earlier collecting pumpkins, and they're pretty hilarious. They go to a house collecting pumpkins, and one of them sees like the adults in the house are having a party. One of them sees something a little
Yeah, okay.
odd.
And this is all the teachers, eh?
Yeah, this is all the
kids
teachers, yeah,
go to
at
a
school.
teacher staff party, and they're knocking on the door, and they open the door, and the one teacher's just right trashed wearing a kitty outfit. He
Yeah,
looks like a little kitty. And the coach, or I'm guessing is probably the gym teacher in a hot dog
Yeah.
suit.
in a hot dog suit, fucking like humping
a
a
pig,
girl
yeah,
in a pig
yeah,
costume.
a girl in a
And
pig
the
costume.
kids go, I don't know, it looked like my coach, whatever his name was, in a hot dog costume fucking a pig.
Yeah. And the one teacher that answers the door offers the kids some drinks, eh? And the one girl, Sarah's like, "Sure."
Yeah.
And Macy's like, "No."
Yeah.
And then the teacher's just like, "Oh, well,
Macy's the
fine.
bitch.
I'll give you candy."
Macy's the bitch. She never wants to have any fun,
Yeah.
just a drag to be around. But,
She's
yeah,
all high and mighty in her own.
then this guy
Yo.
comes with a wagon full of pumpkins.
Mm-hmm.
And he ends up being this like really fucking, like, you can tell he's like one of the Jonas Brothers. Like, he's just a fucking fruit.
Yeah, this is Schrader. He's the older kid
He's
out
just
of
a
all of them. You can
fag.
tell he's pretty old. But I think we're gonna end it here and go into part 3. We're running low on time
Alright,
here,
I didn't
so
even notice. Alright, well, yeah, we'll go into part 3 here.
see you in a
couple
second,
seconds.
folks.
Love you guys.